Life after 80, it's something many people don't talk about. Not honestly, anyway. We hear the phrases, "You're only as old as you feel," or 80 is the new 60. But you and I know that behind those cheerful slogans lies a much more complex reality. Yes, there are moments of joy, laughter, wisdom, even freedom. But there are also hard truths, truths that many of us quietly face alone. In today's video, we're going to talk about 5 of those truths, the kind that don't get posted on greeting cards or shared in sunny retirement brochures. These are real, sometimes painful, but always powerful. And we'll talk about how to meet them, not with fear, but with strength. Hi, and this is Elderly Active Life, where we post videos daily to support, inspire, and connect with older adults navigating the unique challenges of this phase of life. If you're new here, please hit subscribe. And if you're a regular, welcome back. You're part of a growing family that sees you, values you, and walks beside you. Let's get started. Truth number 1, the shrinking circle, when friends, family, and familiar faces disappear. Let's be honest. By the time you're in your 80s, you've lost people. Close friends, siblings, neighbors who once felt like extended family. They begin to disappear. Not all at once, sometimes gradually, sometimes suddenly. And while people say, "At least you have your memories," what they often don't understand is that memories are warm, yes, but they're not the same as presence. Take Helen, one of our viewers from Oregon. She wrote to us recently saying, "Every Sunday for 30 years, 4 of us had lunch together after church. Now I'm the only one left. I still set the table sometimes. It helps me feel like they're not completely gone." That kind of grief is layered. It's not just missing someone, it's losing your shared history, the in-jokes, the decades of knowing looks, the sound of someone calling your name just the way only they did. Then there's the family. Children and grandchildren love you, yes, but they're busy. You get fewer calls, fewer visits, and when they do come by, you sometimes feel like a side character in their story, not the anchor you once were. So what can we do? Reach out proactively, even if it's just a postcard, a voice message, or a short call. Grieve openly. You're allowed to miss people out loud. Join a new circle. Local community centers, walking clubs, or even online groups, yes, even at 80, can become lifelines. Have you felt this shrinking circle? Write "I remember" in the comments below. And if you're comfortable, share the name of someone you miss. Let's honor them together. Truth number 2, when minor health issues suddenly become life-changing. Remember when you used to brush off a cold, or trip, laugh, and keep walking? Now at 80 plus, everything changes. A simple cough turns into pneumonia. A stumble turns into a fracture. Fatigue isn't fixed by a nap, it lingers for days. Our bodies, once sturdy and dependable, now feel fragile, like old but beloved furniture, still beautiful, but needing more care. Let me tell you about Frank, 83. He'd walked his dog every morning for 15 years, but one icy step last winter changed that. A fractured hip, surgery, physical therapy, and now he walks with a cane, not because he's weak, but because he's learned to respect what his body needs. What people don't talk about is how emotionally jarring this is. You start to lose confidence in your own body. You wonder, can I trust my legs today? My balance? My memory? And there's fear too. The fear of being a burden, of losing independence, of ending up in a hospital, or worse, a home you didn't choose. But here's where strength comes in. Strength is in adjusting routines with grace. Strength is using tools like walkers, canes, or meal delivery, not as signs of weakness, but as acts of love toward yourself. Strength is in knowing you don't have to go it alone. If you've gone through a health scare recently, or supported someone who has, drop a number 2 in the comments. Let's show each other we're not the only ones navigating this. Truth number 3, becoming invisible, the silent pain of being overlooked. This one's hard. You walk into a room and suddenly you're not the person people talk to anymore. At the doctor's office, they speak to your daughter. At the store, they call you sweetie and rush you along. On the sidewalk, people brush past you like you're in the way. You haven't changed inside. You still have wit, ideas, opinions. You still get frustrated, still feel attraction, still want to learn. But the world sees old, and sometimes that's all they see. Ruth, 88, put it like this: I used to walk into a room and light it up. Now I walk in and disappear. That invisibility is painful. It can feel like erasure. But you know what? You still matter. Your voice is still needed, and your perspective is more valuable now than it's ever been. This is the time to speak up. Teach, write, volunteer, tell your story, leave a legacy, not just in photos or bank accounts, but in wisdom passed on. If you've ever felt invisible, say "I'm still here" in the comments, because you are, and we see you. Truth number 4. A smaller life when the world you knew feels out of reach. Aging shrinks your physical world. You stop driving at night. You skip outings because of weather or crowds. Your daily routine shrinks to a few safe spaces: your room, the kitchen, maybe the front porch. And the places that once brought you joy, like the beach, the church, the grandkids' soccer games, start feeling too far, too loud, too much. There's a kind of grief in this shrinking, the loss of spontaneity, the ease of mobility, the freedom you once had to go anywhere, anytime. But here's what I've learned. When your world shrinks, you can go deeper instead of wider. That book you always meant to read, now is the time. That one neighbor who still says hello, invite them in. That old piano, dust it off. Meaning doesn't have to come from motion, it can come from depth. Comment number 4 if this resonates, and tell us, what's one small thing in your daily world that brings you peace or joy? Truth number 5. Your body becomes a mystery even to you. Some days you feel 65. On other days you feel 105. That's the unpredictability of an aging body. You might wake up ready to garden, and by lunch you're dizzy. You make plans for the weekend, then suddenly your back gives out. Even your own hands, the ones that once buttoned shirts, tied shoelaces, wrote letters, start to fumble with tasks you did for 70 years. It's disorienting. And yes, scary, because it makes you question, can I count on myself today? This truth hits hard for people who've always been active, independent, reliable. But unpredictability doesn't have to mean defeat. It means learning new rhythms. It means gentleness toward yourself. It means preparing in advance, asking for help sooner, pacing instead of pushing. And sometimes it means finding new ways to feel strong, emotionally, spiritually, and socially, even if physically you're adapting every day. Final thoughts: the strength behind the struggle. If you're still watching, thank you, because you're part of a rare group, the ones brave enough to face the truth and still move forward with dignity. Let's recap the 5 truths. 1. You lose people. 2. Your health becomes fragile. 3. You may feel invisible. 4. Your world gets smaller. 5. Your body becomes unpredictable. But through it all, one thing remains. You, your heart, your wisdom, your ability to love, laugh, and adapt. Comment below. Which of these 5 truths hit home for you? What's something you would add from your own experience? Please like this video if it resonated with you, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We post daily videos just for seniors, helping you feel seen, supported, and strong. You don't have to do aging alone. Not here, not ever. Thank you for being here. We'll see you in tomorrow's video.